This video will take off from where we left the Blue Zuma project after completing part 1, and will show you how to enter information presented in part 2 so that you can answer questions in part 2A and B. You will want to review the appropriate tutorials provided for you on Blackboard because I will be focusing on topics that relate to this specific case. Part 2 of Blue Zuma asks us to create a resource sheet and assign resources. So the first thing we want to do is open the file that we saved after completing part 1. And if we open our text to page 554 and 555, we'll see under part 2 that we have been assigned personnel for our project. So the first thing we want to do is we want to create a resource sheet and list our resources. So if we go to View and we go down to Resource Sheet, we can simply look at table A2.2 on page 555 and list the resources given. Then after we're done listing all of our resources, we can go in and increase the number of resources that are available. So for marketing specialists, we can see from the table that we have 4 of them. So we want to just increase that to 4. Same with designing engineers and development engineers, as well as industrial engineers. And then we can go ahead and enter their standard hourly rate of pay for each one. We don't have to worry about overtime or anything like that here. And then after that, we're done. We have completed our resource sheet, and we can go back to our Gantt chart and start entering our resources. So if we go back to table A2.1 on page 554, we can see that each task has been assigned a specific amount of resources. As what we want to do here is click on the cell under resource names that correlates with market analysis, and click on assign resources. And we can see all of our resources listed under here. For market analysis, we need 4 marketing specialists. So we click on marketing specialists and click on assign. Now the default is 1 marketing specialist. So I want to increase that to 4. Enter. And you'll notice here that Microsoft Project has noticed that we've added more specialists, so it has reduced the time that it will take. Professor Larson goes into this in more detail in the tutorials, but we need to change that. It'll take these 4 marketing specialists a total of 25 days to complete this task. Then we're back to our initial duration. So we want to go down next to product design. We notice that all 4 are needed. We assign all 4, and then we can go through and adjust each one accordingly. We need 4 design engineers. We need 2 development engineers, and just 1 marketing specialist, 1 industrial engineer, and 1 purchasing agent. So that one's done, and we want to go back and make sure that we have still 40 days, a duration of 40 days there. We can go on to the next one real quick, and we need 4 industrial engineers and 2 development engineers. So we grab those 2, assign, and put in the amount we need. We need 4 here, 2 here. So we can just go ahead and enter the rest of our resources. So now that we've entered all of our resources, we can close out, and I always recommend students double check their work here, because it's very easy to miss things. You can kind of slide over your Gantt chart so that you can see everything you've entered here, and double check with what's in your text and make sure that everything matches up and that you have the correct resources and they're assigned for the and the right amount of them have been assigned. Double check your duration and make sure that that's consistent as well. So now that we're done entering information here, we can save our work and we can use that to answer questions for Part A and Part B, which will be discussed in the next few videos.